Hi, and welcome back to the Freese Watches channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Freese 102, a watch that was supposed to be released last year but at the watch show, which unfortunately got cancelled because of the coronavirus. So what I was hoping to do today was to talk you through where we got the idea from, show you the watch that actually gave us the inspiration behind this watch that we made, show you some of the watches that we have made in this version with the 102 at the same time, and talk to you through some of the design decisions that we made. So I've got a few watches out on the bench here, so what we'll do, we'll pop over to the bench and we'll have a look at those now. So the Freese 102 is based on a Tudor Snowflake, and we got an original watch first of all to actually use as our reference point, as it were. So this is original Tudor Snowflake, which has got a really nicely aged dial and hands, and this was the look we were going for. And it's the same with the bezel. The bezel was aged to a very nice kind of almost grey blue colour, and obviously an aged pip as well. I've now got three watches that I've made last month, which are all 102s. The first one to show you is perhaps the closest to our original reference point. So this is a 102 Snowflake with a very dark blue dial, a very sort of yellowy loom as well, and we've aged the bezel so it's starting to have that steel grey colour coming through with a matching pip. Slight variation on that particular watch we've got here is it's a black 102, so we've printed the dial in black, a matte black, with a slightly yellower loom, which gives a nice contrast with the black dial. The bezel is black in some lights, but if you get it in bright sun it will become a very dark brown. This is something we're quite keen on doing because it's always enjoyable to have a watch that will change depending on the light that falls upon it. And it's also something that happens with vintage watches and is quite an attractive thing, like with the purple bezels that you see on Rolex 5513s. Third of the 102s to show you here is this one. So with this dial, the paint on the dial is actually a lighter blue. It's more of a grey blue. What we like to do is to make a variety, to make the watches as unique as possible. And with this watch, the grey blue suited a lighter loom colour, so we've gone with a sort of lighter, more of a creamy colour, and the bezel is very similar to the first one I showed you, because they do look very appealing when they get this kind of grey, steely sort of hint to them through the ageing process. So that's three 102s there. The last thing I was going to mention about these watches is that because of the design of the dial, we wanted to fit a flat sapphire crystal. So all of the crystals on these watches are completely flat and sapphire and completely scratch resistant. It just gives a much nicer view of the dial. I've also just put this watch in just for reference. This is one of the new 369 watches that will be coming out, just so that you can see the difference with an acrylic domed crystal. It really does obscure the dial in a way that is attractive in some respects, but we preferred the sapphire look for these particular models, so we've gone for the sapphire glass on these ones. Well, thanks for sticking with me throughout the video. I hope it's been of some interest, and if any of you got any interest in buying one of the 102 watches we've made, then please feel free to get in touch. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button and obviously click for the notifications as well, because we're uploading a video once a week where I talk about watchmaking, about the watches we're making as well. So yeah, feel free to do that. Thanks very much, and bye for now.